Hello YouTube, PsychoFox here. Welcome to the first in a new series I'll be doing called Recollections or Recollections, depending on which way you look at it. It's basically looking at all the computers and consoles I've used and owned over the years in chronological order and why I've rebought them. So we're going way back to 1984. The first computer I ever used was at my primary school, and it was one of these, a BBC Micro Model B. We got one in 1984. I think it was basically to take part in a doomsday project. Only a couple of kids in the school, same age as me, which was 7 at the time, actually knew how to use it. The teacher was just clueless. Yeah, because my mate Matthew... Shit! Yeah. Whoa! Fucking hell! Oh, can you see that? There's smoke pouring from the back of the bloody thing. Yeah. That stinks really bad. Yeah, so I've just I just programmed in that reaction test. I don't know, no, I didn't show you. And I think the power supply's just gone on it. Bloody hell. Right, so yeah, I'll just continue. Okay, yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. I was going to show you the reaction test program. I was going to record it to tape on that thing. Yeah, the power supplies on these are a bit notorious. So, I'll just turn it off at the plug. Yeah, so, my primary school got one of these in 1984. And before we got one, we used to play on them, I think in the same year, 84. We used to get, a bus used to come around called the computer bus, and it was full of these things. And we used to play Granny's Garden on it and a Grand Prix game as well. So they're my first experience of games, really. And in the school, we didn't used to play on games on it, just a few drawing programs and things. Doomsday Project. Yeah, but my mate Matthew, as I was saying when the thing caught fire, had one at his house, and I think we used to play Planetoid, sort of a Defender clone on it. We used these right up into secondary school, up until 1990. We used to do basic programming on them before we got the RM Nimbuses. We used to type in this reaction test program, which you can see here, which is what I was going to show you before the thing started smoking. Quite an easy program, takes about a minute or two to type in. Just how quick you can press the key to time your reactions. Yeah, but unfortunately the room is filled with smoke, so I think I'm going to need a new power supply. A little repair project now. So I've not used this for a while, and things don't like it when you don't use them for a while, I found. Which is a bit of a shame, because I just got it all typed in on the screen. Yeah, so we used these right up until 1990. I've got fond memories of them. I really do like them. A lovely machine. This one cost me about 15 quid about 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know why it was so cheap. I think the listing was just a bit iffy, really. There's no problems with it. I've got a Turbo MMC plugged in the bottom, which I hope still works now the thing's had some sort of power spike or something. Yeah, so I don't know if I dare turn this on again after that smoke. I don't think I will. It's not often that things go wrong on camera, such as that. The only other thing I've ever had catch fire was my Amstrad Mega PC, and that was off camera. So, what I think we'll do is, we'll crack this open and have a little look at what's been smoking, but I'm thinking it's probably the power supply. So, yeah, let's have a little look. Okay, so curiosity's got the better of me, and I just flicked it to see if it would actually work. And it's still working. It's working fine. It's showing the MMC card. So something caught fire and burnt out, but it's still working. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? So, yeah, I think I'll still turn it off. and have a little look inside. So yeah, let's just have a little look, shall we? Okay, so I've got the power supply sort of hanging out of the BBC micro here, and weirdly enough there's no charring anywhere. To me the smoke looked like it was coming from this sort of area at the back, but I cannot see anything that's failed. All capacitors look alright, everything's intact, there's no charring. So it's very strange. I don't know if you heard it on the camera, but when it went, it made a sort of a slight little pop, and then there was a little sizzle, and then the smoke started, sort of from this area. So I'm really not sure what it was, and the thing still works. It's definitely nothing on the board. It was definitely coming from the power supply. So I'm at a bit of a loss there really as to what to do. So let's do a bit more investigation. Okay, so in the absence of any charring, I've decided to carry on, and I've typed in the reaction test programs. This is what we're doing in 88, 89 and 90 at my secondary school. You just type in just press run and test reactions and try and get as low a time as possible, so 0.17 seconds there. Very basic stuff, just programming in a little bit of basic code. So what I'm going to try and do now is record it to tape. So I've got the old manual here, because I've got the MMC card, but this is the only program I really want to get on tape just for nostalgic purposes. So what do you do? So it says blah blah blah, I've got the tape alright, all set up. So you type save and then whatever you want to call your program. So save, let's call it react. Press record button on the cassette and press return. I think on this, I remember last time you've got to press both these. Or is it just one? Nothing's happening. The message return. Call then return. That didn't come up, did it? So right, so it's not working for some reason. I wonder whether you have to save as soon as before running the program. So what I'll do is I'll type it all in again and try again. Because that's not working. Okay, so if anyone knows what on earth I'm doing wrong, I've got the tape in there, I've got it to the right position. I'm doing exactly what it says here. I'm typing save and then calling it whatever name I want, so react, pressing return, and it says press return, the message record then return will appear, and that's just not appearing. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. So I've not actually used the program, I've just typed it all in, tried to save it. No, not having it at all. That's just the monitor, I don't think that does anything. Try typing in again. No, it's not doing anything. So it's not letting me save it. I don't know why. According to the manual it should be, but yeah. So that's a little saga of the BBC Micro. Anyway, I might try and figure out how to save it, but it's working okay. Despite all the smoke, it's working okay. So a bit of drama in the first of my recollection series. So that's why I've got this thing. I've got no software for it at all, apart from all the games on the MMC card, which is the SD card interface underneath. So happy to have this in my collection. Glad it still works. I thought it was broken there for a second. No big deal if I can't save this as tape, because it takes about a minute to type in. It's a bit annoying, and if this isn't working, I might as well get rid of it. But yeah, let me know what I'm doing wrong, and if anyone's got any information as to what that smoke could have been. I don't think it was anything too serious, because it seems to be working okay. So bit of an odd video, chopped about a bit, but I hope it was interesting anyway, and I'll be back with my next computer, which I used, I think it was the same year, possibly 1985, which will be the ZX Spectrum. So that's to follow. Let's hope that doesn't catch fire. Thanks for watching, guys.